Welcome to the Dirt Shed Show, where we love to talk about all things mountain biking and celebrate your riding through your contributions of video, photos and comments.
Yep, it's Friday and this is the Dirt Shed Show.
Let's do it. Right, this week we've got an exciting project on hand. We're going to decide who is the world's best mountain bike rider.
Whoa.
Now, a bit of news we're going to get to in a little while got us thinking about this. Richie Roos has just signed for Red Bull, the EWS champion. An incredible all-round rider. Now, he's someone, if you took him anywhere on a bike, he's going to impress you.
So he's been junior downhill world champion,
Yes.
EWS champion. However, this isn't just about results. I've seen some amazing videos of him. That raw one, the Red Bull one with him skidding around, that's so good.
Yeah, very capable.
Oh, exactly that. And it got us thinking, there've been some amazing champions over the years, people like Darley, Chausson, Tomac, Minar, but we're talking about all-round best mountain biker, not necessarily results-based.
Yeah, they're legends and it's all about results, but who is the greatest mountain biker on the planet right now at all of it? Ooh. That's what we want to know.
It's a toughie.
Yeah, well, there's some great candidates. I mean, people like Danny MacAskill, obviously, definitely one of the most popular mountain bike riders in the world. Nino Schurter, the opposite end of the pole, fitness, but still great bike handling. Is he the greatest mountain bike rider?
One name that pops up to me is Jared Graves. He's been an Olympian BMXer. He's been on the podium at Downhill World Champs. He's been 4-cross world champion and Enduro World Series world champion. So that's, that's across the board.
Nah, but I got to rein you in there, Neil, because you've got off onto the results.
That is true.
Who is the best right now? And I don't think, in all honesty, Jared Graves, as good as he is the best in the world right now.
So let's pick one rider. You say you put him on a trials bike, go and do that. Right, hit some jumps, can you do that?
Yeah.
Race downhill, can you do that?
Yes, yes. So in our minds, we've got to put that rider on all those things, and can they handle it all? If they can, they should be on the list for who is the greatest mountain bike rider in the world right now. This is exciting. And we're going to make this decision between us and you. And then next week in our 100th Dirt Shed Show, 100 Dirt Shed shows, we are going to announce the world's best mountain bike rider. I cannot wait. And there's only 2 people who can help us with this.
Who's that?
Well, one of them is a coffee drinking champion, and the other has set Tinder alight.
I think I know who you mean.
To announce our nominees for the best mountain bike rider in the world is Scotty Lockland and Blake Sampson, not necessarily in that order.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Neil. Yeah, we have got 10 amazing nominees, 5 each. Blake has 5, I have 5, and we're going to get straight into it.
Please. This guy's had bears in his front room, his garden is insane. It's Brandon Semenuk.
Okay, but what about someone who can balance on the edge of a dam? Oh damn, it's Fabio Whitmer.
Oh, young gun, dark horse himself, Martin Mays.
But then, at the opposite end of the spectrum, there is the master of enduro. It's Richie Roos.
This guy takes his bike where no one wants to walk or jump off. It's Danny MacAskill.
And then you've got Chris Ackrig, similar to MacAskill, but a slightly different style to those edits, and still so rad.
Yeah. This next guy, he wears the Olympic rings around his neck. Don't know how he does it. Nino Schurter.
But then you've got the downhill World Cup champion, Danny Hart. 3 World Cup wins to his name last year.
But it's not all about results.
But his bike handling is something else, and Rob Warner once said, how can he sit down with balls that big?
I wouldn't. Wow. Next one is from the man down under, foot out, flat out style, Sam Hill.
Oh, I do like Sam Hill, big fan. But then, to finish it, Brendan Fairclough.
Oh,
this
countryman.
master.
Yes.
You know, he's a World Cup rider.
Yep.
He's been to Rampage. He can do dirt jumps. He's got everything to his name.
He's got the whole package.
And that is going to be one hard decision. Yeah. It's up to the viewers to vote. Yeah. It's our opinions. It's comments. We're going to let you know on the 100th Dirt Shed who the best mountain biker in the world is.
Stay tuned.
And now it's time for some news. Neil Donoghue, What has been happening in mountain bike this week?
Well, Red Bull have signed 2 new athletes this year. It's quite a badge of honour, actually, isn't it? So, young British downhiller Tani Seagrave and the young American all-rounder, we've just been talking about him, Richie Rude, signed for Red Bull.
Richie Rude was in an interview on Red Bull Bike, actually, and in that interview, he stated that he wanted to get a clean sweep on one of the weekends at the EWS this year.
Ooh.
Which is pretty ambitious.
He's very good.
Yeah, and probably one of the reasons why Red Bull have signed him.
Yes, I would say so. Also, the legend all-round rider herself, Tracy Mosley, who's a former multiple-time world downhill champion and EWS champion, has been racing fat bikes.
Yeah, you must love this.
It's cool, very cool.
Yeah, the snow bike festival in Switzerland. Looking good on that fat bike.
Very cold. Just had a water bottle kept freezing.
Oh. Doesn't sound like much fun to me.
That sounds like fun to me.
You would think.
Yes. Also, the Atherton's downhill team, Trek Factory Racing, have signed 2 new riders. Well, shall I say, one has come up from their junior academy, Cade Edwards, and they've got Aussie rider Graham Mudd, who got 8th last year at Cairns. So that's quite interesting. Didn't see that one coming.
And to round off, here's what's been happening on the channel this week. And it starts with our video Game of Bike, the last one we've done. And Scotty Lockland is in a lot of trouble.
Pedalling!
For pedalling, that man there. Yes, he got into some trouble. Neil Goodges says, if Scott wants to learn how to manual, please click here.
Yep.
And Herkus Rosinka says, I died when Blake yelled at Scotty for pedalling. It was great. Pedalling!
Yes.
Nice work,
Clearly
boys.
not a manual.
Yes, another one from V1D300. Scott, stop pedalling! Sorry, dude.
There's definitely a theme with these comments.
Yes. Yeah, and Neil, you were getting a lot of love for taking the win in that game
That's
of
my
bike.
first one that I've won.
Yeah,
Thanks.
Sultanana Brand says that was a great episode. Good stuff, Neil.
Oh, thanks, Sultanana Brand.
And Boba Fett MTB backed you up. Yeah, same goes for Neil.
Well, Blake clearly is still not forgiven Scott, because in our one of our videos from last week, how to take your riding to the next level, he tried to take Scott out. Check this out.
Way too much.
And on last week's Dirt Shed show, I'm in a little bit of trouble because Hollis Prince says when he saw the title Operation Motivation, he thought I'd actually had some kind of operation that was going to motivate.
Oh.
But it wasn't that.
Crosswise.
I was just trying generally to motivate, so I'm sorry to have let you down there.
Did it work? Are you motivated?
Yeah.
No.
Bar ends. This is coming back from your live show. Do we like bar ends?
No, we don't. It's a swear word in the Dirt Shed.
Wow.
If something's bad, it's bar ends.
Peter Woods says the motivation thing was great, so he's motivated. And yes, ban bar ends. Totally horrible things. Not a fan. Patrick Gill, I agree with Martin. Bar ends suck. They remind me of roadies. Harsh. Malcolm Harvey, bar ends, obsolete, flawed design. Supposedly assist climbing, but if you get out the saddle, use them, then you'll unweight the rear and lose traction.
And Neil, let me just finish with saying they make you look like you're driving a bus. We're riding bikes, not bus driving. Progression sessions, the sessions where there's progressions.
Well, the first one comes from Joe Bella, and he's riding a downhill track that he's made himself with his local crew.
Yes.
And it looks like a lot of fun to me. It's a big jump in it.
Yeah, it's a great trail.
Yeah,
great trail.
Cool. Big case as well.
Right, I'm going over to Hood Cochran, who's been practicing his wall riding, and he's progressing very well, actually. On his second attempt, he really hangs it up there for quite a while. He's pushing his luck there.
I like
the
this.
old tyres peeling away a little bit. And now we're going over to Jamie Forsyth, who has been practicing this hook on his trials bike for ages. Obviously, a budding Danny MacAskill coming on. His trials moves are definitely progressing. Some lovely clips of his riding here. Nice little drop off. I used to have some pallets in my back garden.
It's a cool setup, isn't it?
There are a great way to progress, actually. If you want to move your trials riding forwards, get some pallets, put them in your garden, and you can do all sorts of things with them. Thank you, Jamie, for sending that in. If you want to get your videos progression into this session, see what I'm doing with it.
Send them
sort of rhymes.
to
send them to dirtshed@gmbn.com. And bodges. And this week we're starting with Kenny Wallace. This is brilliant. Can you see what it is?
I can guess what it is. Some lights. But
It's some lights made of plumbing tubes and bits of electrical wizardry.
Yeah.
Now this was actually from quite a way back. Kenny made these. They're race proven. He did the Strathpuffer 24-hour race in the north of Scotland.
24-hour race with them.
Yeah, now the technical details, 1,000 lumens of power and 15-hour battery life.
And that looks like kitchen downlights to me.
Yeah, and this was back in the day when LEDs didn't exist, and a set of lights like this would have cost you about £400. This is one of the best hacks and bodges I've ever seen.
That's a hack.
Thank you, Kenny.
Right, the next one, smash, comes from Nicholas Anderson, and we're talking bar ends, not these bar ends, but this sort of bar ends, so bar extenders. Now he's a machinist, and he's machined these things to take his bars from 690mm up to 780mm bars.
Well, that's wide.
Is that safe?
I don't know what I think about that, Neil.
Do we know an engineer?
We do know an engineer. Is that safe, engineer?
No.
No.
It's clever, it's clever. It's a hack stroke bodge if it breaks, I suppose.
Bodge if it
hack
breaks,
if it
yeah.
doesn't break.
Yeah. Love it. Love seeing your hacks and bodges. Ingenuity in mountain biking is a celebrated thing in the Dirt Shed Show. Send them in to dirtshed@gmbn.com and we'll take a look and enjoy them and show them to everybody in the world. It's time for the caption contest!
Well, I've made tea and coffee for you.
So, bing bong.
Yeah.
Thanks, mate.
Well, I'm bringing digitally.
Yes.
I've brought teas, but digitally I'm bringing caption.
Yes.
It's Neil and I. We're in the woods. Neil's semi-naked.
Oh my God.
And
There is a reason for this.
Wow. He just want to get naked.
Legitimate reason, not just.
I'm finding that what the reason for that could be hard to imagine. But
I think Spain was really hot and he just got bitten.
I'm gonna, now this is for the caption, obviously. We want to see your captions in the comment section down below to try and win I think we're gonna win a bottle. So you can win this bottle with a good caption. I'm gonna start it off with, how about this one? Blake discovers something even rarer than a red squirrel. A sexy Neil.
Talk about red squirrels.
That
was good.
Got anything, Scott?
That wasn't good.
That wasn't good.
It's not rare either.
Good. Try and win this bowl in the comment section down below with your best caption. Let's hear it. Right, let's make some movie stars. It's time for viewer edits. You guys out there have been making films. Blake, what have you got?
I got Lewis Johnstone. He's just made this brilliant edit. It's amazing. It's like doing a great look. Check it out.
Oh, I like it. Like it. Oh, it's his home. It's where he grew up.
It is where he grew up. Yeah.
He's got a good wheelie on him.
He has, isn't he?
Yeah.
Good skills.
It's good filming. Whoever filmed it was just.
Yeah, it's nicely put together.
Yeah.
Pan, a bit of zoom.
Nice. Like it.
Very cool.
Like it.
I've got another cool one here from Oliver Rees, and it's called a short film about bikes. And this looks familiar to me. I'm sure this is filmed near us, GMBN Towers in Bath. It's very autumnal, leaves everywhere. Got some drone shots in this.
No, I love drones.
Love a bit of drone.
Don't we?
Yeah.
Drone brings a video to life, doesn't it? It's a very cool edit.
Very good.
Like it. It's good standard this week on viewer edits.
What did you
now,
get, Mark?
I'm jumping to this one here, something I've never done. Roger Kroner has sent this in. It's a night ride in the snow. It was actually in Uppsala in Sweden. Ooh. Yeah, and he goes out on a winter night ride. Wow. I've never done this before. I don't know if you guys have, but it looks pretty creepy out there on your own.
That's cool.
It's something I've never thought about doing, so it's a really good viewer edit, nicely put together, and has made me think. It's what all the best movies are meant to do. So if you've done that, you've made a movie, and you want to get into viewer edits and be a movie star.
A movie star.
Who doesn't want that? Who doesn't want that? You might get an Oscar, you might not. What you will do is get a lot of love from us. Send it into dirtshed@gmbn.com, and we will take it apart, critique it, and give it 5 stars, and all that sort of stuff right here in the Dirt Shed Show.
Okay, so welcome to Tech of the Week this week, and what I have got for you is a brand new bike from Norco. Now this is a trail bike, so it's got 140mm on the rear, 27.5-inch wheels, and then the 29er version has got 130mm. Now what makes this a little bit special though is that they actually offer it in an extra small. And there is one guy in particular that this is really suited for. It is of course our good friend Jackson Goldstone, who we rode a load with in Whistler. We're going to ask him some questions about it. Hey Jackson, good to be able to talk to you, and the first question that I've got for you about the bike is, tell me how stoked you are on it.
How stoked I am on this new bike? Whew. It's crazy. It's like probably one of the nicest bikes I've ever had.
How long have you had this bike before it's reached production and is now available for the public?
I got this carbon frame just at the end of October, and I've been riding it ever since.
How much input did you give Norco when you were developing the bike with them?
I didn't really have that much input at the start because Norca did such a good job first try. But we did find a little bit of small changes, just like where brake cables were rubbing, somewhere around here, and little element changes like that.
What's your favorite features of your bike?
My favorite feature on the bike is probably the carbon, and also the internal brake loading. It's pretty sweet too.
What is the biggest jump that you've hit on this bike then? Tell me.
The biggest jump that I've done on this bike was probably the ones at Whistler, the crabapple heads. They're like 17 meters long and is that like 45 feet, I think? Something like that. Yeah, pretty big.
And then finally, what projects have you got planned for the remainder of 2017?
We've got a lot of projects planned for 2017, starting off with going to Joyride 150 in March. And then second, we go to Sea Otter Classic in April. And then there's a whole bunch of just kind of races around Whistler and province that we'll be doing as well.
Okay, so in this week's Dirt Shed Show, you guys have got two bits of tech. SRAM have launched some brand new wheels. These are called the Rome 50s. Now it's a carbon wheel set. You've got bladed spokes, really fast engagement, and then something that I've really grown to love is wide internal rim width. These are 25 millimeters. And what makes it interesting is the fact that there's a 29-inch specific wheel. That is correct, 29-inch specific. So it really shows that SRAM are starting to developing those bigger size wheels. They're believing that that is where the trend in the market is going. And I've got to say, these look pretty cool wheels. And the best part is that you can get decals to match your bike. You've got 6 different color options and you can customize it when you buy your wheels.
Quite an entrance.
I'll tell you what, and that has got me in the mood for some fails and builds. And this first one is from Craig and his mate Simon. I think that he needs to do his helm up appropriately.
Yeah,
Let's see it. Let's crack it open.
They've got quite a bit of pace going on.
Yeah. Oh, we've ridden this trail together.
Yes, I think I've nearly crashed right
take
here.
this up.
Oh, man.
And he crashes as well.
Oh my
It's a
word.
2
His
for 1.
helmet came off.
Double whammy.
How does your helmet come off?
I've never had that.
You must have to watch how to fit your helmet properly.
He needs to.
Yeah.
He definitely needs to. Well, I guess your intention was to get us in the mood, but I don't know if that has got me in the mood.
I'm in the mood for more.
All right then. Go on. Run VT.
All good? You alright?
Well, we love seeing your crashes. We don't like you having them, but we'll take a look if it has happened. So send them in to dirtshed@gmbn.com and you could star in the most unfortunate place in the Dirt Shed.
Or the best place.
Or the best, or the best. Let's put a positive spin on it. Right, let's get straight into Insta Bangers. Blake, start us off.
I'm going with Sam Reynolds. He's out in South Africa and he's doing his thing, Darkfest. He's building it all up and it's all on his Instagram.
Massive jumps.
Massive jumps. Well, they're sort of mid-size for me, but they're quite big. Quite big. Yeah.
My Insta banger is not mountain bike related, it's motocross. However, I'm a big fan, as a lot of us are, and it's Ken Roxon, who is a big supercross star, had a massive crash last weekend. He dislocated his elbow, his wrist, and broke his radius. And he's already on a spin bike after 3 days rehab.
Yeah, but he has got 4 surgeries to go to be back on the bike, so he's got a long path. Martin, as Dr. Ashton?
Yeah, well, as Dr. Ashton, I would suggest that he drinks a lot of tea, maybe tries some
What about milk?
phone apps for that kind of injury, I tend to find, because they get your thumbs going. I don't know what I'm talking about.
Top advice.
What's your Instagram, Scott?
Okay, my one goes out to Fraser McGlone. Now, he's a privateer. He's been on the Norco Factory racing team. He's had some top 30s, I think, in World Cup downhill, but has got no ride for this year and has bought himself a brand new IT. So check him out and give him a follow.
Another fact, he has the most Scottish name ever.
Yes.
He is Scottish too.
Fraser McGlone.
Yeah.
For my
He's very
Instagram,
angry.
very angry name.
Angry Scotsman.
Angry. My Instagram to finish bangers this week is a bit of a curveball for you guys. It's Slumworm, who is a bit of a street fixie rider doing this amazing manual down this street. It's absolutely incredible.
Was he pedalling?
There's no pedaling in this one, dude. No pedaling. He's doing it all on stump pegs on the back of his bike. It's pretty cool. Check it out.
Does he have a beard?
No. No, so he's not really a fixie rider, is he?
Disappointing.
No, he's even got a beard. You're not a fixie rider.
Okay, so who's out to shout?
I'm exhausted in the shed this week. It's a hard one, isn't it? It's
Yeah,
tough.
so who are you shouting out to?
I'm going to shout out to Danny MacAskill, friend of the show, fabulous rider, of
Friend of
course.
you?
Great friend of mine, love the guy. And just think this is a really great video. It's a normal day out for Danny MacAskill. It's worth looking at just to see how different his normal day out on a bike is compared to everyone else. It's worth taking a look at.
Was there a barbed wire fence involved?
All sorts of things you shouldn't ride bikes on, basically.
And mine is a week in the desert with Darren Bearcloth. Really interesting.
I haven't seen that one.
Just after Rampage, went for a ride in the desert, camped out. Really cool. Like this.
Yeah, and we're not seeing as much from him as we used to, so it's nice to see some stuff.
And that's going to be good preparation for you going to the desert in Chile, where it's going to be warm.
Yeah.
Start limbering you up, dude. Getting you ready. Getting you ready.
Red hot.
Have you been training in the sauna?
I haven't been doing any training for this.
Oh, Neil, you've got to win that race.
Win. Survive.
Right, this is my bit. First try Friday, and who
I've done one this week, Blake.
have you?
Check this out. Hi Blake, I've got a first try Friday for you, and I'm actually a bit scared of it. It's this big rock roll.
You made it. I've got one that I actually filmed. I met Adrian and Alex out on the trails, and they were stoked on GMBN, the whole thing. And I was like, hey guys, what about this jump? They hadn't hit it, and they did first try Friday on this massive double at the side of the track. So check it out. Here's Adrian and Alex from Aljarin in Malaga, Spain.
That's a big jump.
It's a big jump.
That's a big
Woo!
jump.
That was sick, wasn't it?
That was a good one.
I think they out first try Friday, both of you.
Oh, that was
not a
good.
competition.
That was a train. Yeah.
Well, you're all in the club.
But those guys are in the club as
Yeah,
well.
yeah. I'm not in. We're not in the first try
What
Friday.
are you gonna do? You gotta do
we
one.
need to do one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Join
yeah.
the club.
Yeah. And if you would like to be in Blake's First Try Friday Club, then send us a video of you trying something for the very first time, and we will air it on a Friday. Do you get what we've done there?
In the shed.
Okay, Neil, it's time to get into the bike
you
vault
get them hats
and have a bit of a bike vault party. Let's go, lads. Right, first bike. Oh, lovely. Santa Cruz from Kevin Adeline.
That is
It's hand wall tires. Those forks, those colours. Super nice.
Super nice. And he says it's a
nice.
little Chicago urban dirt bag. It sure
like
is.
it.
Nice.
That's kicking off
Very-
strong
I
this
love
week.
that.
Big bike to start with. Oh, love that shot. I love the bike across the trail like that. It's got a lot of attitude.
Yeah. Red Hills Track Park.
Gino Orticchio. It's a lovely looking bike.
It's lovely.
What is that? Is it a Scott? Yeah.
Nice.
I'm going to give that a nice.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Nice.
All right.
I'm
all
with
right.
Scott.
All right.
Yeah.
Gino, I was going for more, but
Oh.
right. Robert Bricklebank, out in the snow. That's nice.
It's nice.
Nice,
Yeah.
isn't it? I mean, we wouldn't go more than that at this point.
Yes.
No, nice.
Ah, super
They're
nice.
not even
But there's
bikes.
two bikes though.
No, they're not
That's a
bikes.
pizza car. That's
They're
quite
not.
tall.
Well, that's super nice because it cuts.
Callum
pictures.
Barnes, you're having a laugh with us. You don't get either. That's not.
Yeah.
They're not
Get
bikes.
that thing out, Martin, next
Oh.
time. Oh, what? There's that animal in the background.
Is that a goat?
I thought it was a zebra.
It's a wildebeest.
An elephant?
It's a horse.
Zebra?
No.
Giraffe?
Oh, it's a horse.
It's a horse.
Gabriel Paredes. What we're giving it, lads?
That's a super
Nice.
nice ass.
That's
Nice. A super. Just not a
It's a
super.
cool picture.
That's nice.
Nice.
Nice. Ooh, nice ass.
Classic.
Nice.
I do like these shots
Nice.
from the back. Yeah.
Nice.
South Africa. Jonkashonk.
It's
Oh,
nice.
but-
It's a nice. Yeah.
Kijk eens, this is
Peter
lekker.
Henning.
This is sharp. Super nice from here. Super nice.
What Blake said. It's a good vault.
I love that one. That was a good
Good
one.
vault this week.
started off
well.
Started off
like
yeah.
really good.
Yeah.
And I feel like we really gave them all time. We really thought about it. It was a very thoughtful bike vault. Love seeing your bikes. We absolutely love seeing them. We look at all of them. We put as many in as we can. Forgot about my hat
Get
hair.
them back on. You've got hat hair, boys.
So send them in to dirtshed@gmbn.com and we will put them in the vault and take a look.
Yeah.
Right, coming up on the channel this week, let us tell you about it.
Oh man, on Saturday it's 5 tips to buy a brand new bike, and then Sunday it's a good video.
Oh, it's freerider versus racer.
I'm a racer.
I'm a freerider, dude.
On Monday, it's some regular maintenance checks. And then on Tuesday, it's something every mountain biker has said.
And on Wednesday, it's
Dropping
something every rider wants to be able to do. It's how to 180. Ooh. And then on Thursday, of course, it's the regular. It's Ask GMBN. We'll be answering all your questions.
And on Friday!
It's the Dirt Shed Show on Friday.
This again.
100th Dirt Shed.
Oh my God, it is. It's the 100th.
That's it for the 99th Dirt Shed.
And it was a good one too. Enjoyed that.
And if you want to watch some more videos from GMBN, which of course you do, then click right here for how to take your mountain biking to the next level.
Click over here for the latest game of bike.
Pedaling! Pedaling.
And
Pedal.
you can click just here to subscribe and you'll get a brand new video every day of the week. As a promise, you'll love it. Make sure you do it.
And if you liked it, give us a thumbs up, like.